Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I'm working on a tiny little cat plush. It's a cat head. Um, and this is like a little bonus for a customer who commissioned the hats that I worked on, the aviator hat and the plaid hat. Um, we've had kind of like a little bit of an artist trade, and like while we've been like giving like fair prices to each other. Or we say we are. I mean, I'm trying to, and I believe they are too. We also like recognize that like being an artist is just kind of like not having people like cut you short on money just because like you're having a deal and stuff like that. So it's been really cool, but like we're both trying to like throw in like little like extra things for each other. Um, so she has a kid, and so I was like, what's your kid into? And so he listed like a couple of things, and cats was one of them. And I was like, cats, because it was like cats, cars, and like something else. Cars, I was like, I have literally no fucking idea. And also, this person does not post a lot about their child, which I, respect fully, and like, and so like I actually don't really know the exact age of their kid. Like I think their kid is like 9 or 10, but I don't know. But I don't know what like a crocheted like car would be like for a 10-year-old or something like that, or like around that age. So I was like, but cats, put a little keychain, like that's kind of like a good start. So I can't find my. I have a crochet needle somewhere, like a sewing needle somewhere that's just like hiding from me, which is really rude of it. But it'll pop up when I need it. They're not super sharp. These are my favorite kind of needles. Now, I did order these off of Amazon. I got a pack of 8. There were 2 of each color, and there were 4 colors. They're the metal ones. They're very slim, fairly slim, and they have kind of like bent tips. And I find them the easiest for sewing in my ends if I'm not crocheting, like if I'm not like weaving them in with my crochet hook. So these are my favorite needles. So I've been using these for a long time, and I really enjoy them. But when it gets down to like crochet, like getting an ear on or something for the little kitten, it's like this is kind of a necessity. You can't really use your crochet hook for that. So now in the tutorial that I used, which I'm happy to share, um, they used a oh shit, I have a 5 o'clock session. I forgot about that. At They use safety eyes, and I'm just kind of over the safety eye thing of it all. Like I'm just like not like safety eyes are cute and all, but really they're just so much. Um, I don't know. Like I'm just constantly nervous that they're gonna like pop off, or something like that. That it's really. I don't know. They've like lost a lot of their luster in my eyes. Hello, Dirty Cook. Welcome in. How are you today? So I'm just crocheting or sewing on, really, at this point, a little ear for a cat. Keychain, like plushy keychain. So it's got a little. It doesn't have a real face right now, but so it kind of looks like a little hamster or something. But it's gonna. I just like. I don't like using safety eyes. uh, just because they can pop off, especially if someone has a tendency to like put things in their mouth, or like it gets like stepped on or something like that. Like they can break off their plastic, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. When it comes to anyone's safety, regarding this. So I just sew mine on, embroider them on. They might not look the best, but it's better than, being a choking hazard, I think. But different strokes, different folks. I know some people are really good at attaching them, and I think that makes a big difference, but I always worry. So I'm gonna try to watch my 100 Nights of Halloween movie tonight. I know I've been kind of slacking on it, so I'm gonna try to get back into that and see what happens. Um, I don't really have a movie in mind. I feel like we've watched a lot of good movies, and we're getting close to the halfway mark for the 100 Nights. So I definitely want to get some good movies in. I definitely did not want to get all the really exciting movies out in the first part of it, and then not have anything, left uh, later. So okay, so the ear is sewn on. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yay. And so I'm gonna tie a knot, and I'm gonna pull that knot kind of tight so that it's gonna be when everything kind of loosens up, it's gonna be like sucked into the stuffy. This has been something that I've been like practicing because everybody does it and everyone seems to be a lot better than me at it, but that's okay. Practice makes perfect. So now that I've like loosened it up, the knot is hidden within the plushie, and then I'm going to take each end of the yarn, and I'm just going to have it go out a different side of the plushie, and just like make a game out of every time I say plushie. I had these colors lying around because I had ordered these when I had started my super secret project, which maybe will never be done. Who knows? But I thought these were 100% cotton, and then they're like a cotton acrylic blend, and I'm like, that's not really what I wanted. So so I haven't really used them much. So I was like, oh, I'll just use these colors. And are they like my ideal colors for what I wanted to do with this project? Maybe not, but that's okay. So again, pulling it tight, kind of out of the project, cutting it and letting it go, and it just kind of falls back into the project. So there's one ear and the full face. Okay, now we're gonna do the other ear. Oh, excess yarn. Okay. So I am gonna take my hook and try to find like the middle part so that I can pull. Because when I made the ear, it started with a magic circle. Hey, Cami. I won't be on for too long today, but I am making a little kitten amigurumi head for customer, just kind of like a little added bonus because we've been doing kind of like a little art swap, and so it's been nice to kind of add little things here and there for each other. So I'm gonna sew on this ear. So I sewed on one ear. I sewed on this little one right here. So this is just barely holding on. It's just got this one thing. So we're gonna try to sew them up to match, even though the top is a little asymmetrical. But that's okay. So I'm just going to take my yarn needle, try to line them up as best I can. And then, so what are you working on, Cami? Are you still working on you were working on 2 blankets last time. You're doing better today. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I know that the vid has been getting me down. So I really do apologize for that. Well, I mean, I know I didn't do it, but I still don't relish when my friends are feeling sick with a very contagious, very not so great virus. So I'm sorry that you've been going through that, and I hope everyone around you that you know that has had it is also feeling better. I think it's easy to forget, when we're feeling sick, but also other people have the same sickness around us that, like, oh yeah, other people are dealing with it. I'm not saying that you're forgetting. I'm just saying, like, when we're talking about it with like other people, it's like, oh yeah, but someone else who's dealing with the same thing might be having a harder time. So I hope everyone else is feeling better. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it well, so I do apologize. Okay, so this cat is freaking cute, if you ask me. Also, I'm getting kind of like Jigglypuff vibes. Maybe it's just a color, but I'm like, hey, Jet, welcome in. Jet. I don't know why. Sometimes I just like my brain stops at the one, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing it today. I don't know. But I'm making a little cat. I won't be on for long today. I have a 5 o'clock appointment, and it's in like 20 minutes. So probably be on for like 5, 10 more minutes, and then get ready for my appointment. But I'm just making this. I'm doing a little artist swap with the person that I made the plaid and aviator hat for, because we're both like we're not doing like, hey, I'll give you, more, you know, I think we both appreciate that, like, it takes money and time and, you know, passion to do any kind of art, but we're also like, we also like want to just like have fun and be creative. So we're both really respecting that, and it's actually a really fantastic feeling. Um, because it's like when I commissioned her to do, so she did portraits of my dog and cat, and honestly, they're so incredibly gorgeous. Like, they're so good. Um, but she went above and beyond, and she was fantastic. And then she commissioned these hats, and then because I knew that she had been like so amazing with all of the you know all of the things that I had asked for her. And I was also like, be creative, have fun, use color, don't use color, like, use whatever medium you want. I was like, your art's amazing, it speaks for itself, just go for it. Like, so I just wanted like him to have like creative like control. And so when they requested the hats that they did, when they ordered the hats that they did, they keep their kids' life pretty private on the internet, which I do respect like a lot, and I try not to be, up in people's business. Who don't share it. But I was like, I know that their kid's very important to them, obviously, and I was like, what's your kid into? Like, what kind of stuff does he like? Because like I would love to make like a little like bonus treat for him. And so apparently he's into with something cars and and cats. And I was like, cars, I was like, I know nothing about cars, especially crocheting them. And then I think his kid is like in like the 10 like year old age range. And I was like, I don't know what to do. What would I crochet for like a 10-year-old who's into cars? I don't know. But cats, I can always do cats. You can always crochet something to do with cats. So I was like, a nice little keychain. Then like it can go on his backpack, or it can go like on like whatever if he has a house key and that's how he gets in, like or however he wants to use it. Like he can just use a little um, use his little cat keychain. So this is the cat. I chose not to use safety eyes. At first, I think I said that I thought this looked like, what did I say that I thought this looked like? It was a Pokemon, right? But now I'm really seeing Clefairy. So I'm gonna have to do eyes and a nose and a mouth for this little baby. But really, like it's mostly done. It's just details at this point. So yeah, and this, I mean, it took maybe like less than an hour, and I had it on silent and I was like multitasking. So if you want to see the video that I watched, my screen might do a little bit of wonky, but if you want to watch the video I watched, I do believe that you can adjust your yarn size and hook size if you don't like the thinner yarn, but this is just an option. But this is the pattern that I used. Nightbot did drop the stitch of the month if you want to check that out. I think it's a little bit easier than last month's stitch of the month, which was the alpine stitch, which used a front post double crochet. Some people aren't as familiar with that stitch. This one is more about like kind of like going by feel and just kind of letting yourself have a little bit of fun. If you can chain and you can double crochet, you can definitely do this one. It does start a little bit like what's happening, but it is really fun. And it is how I made my Swamp Witch. Shawl. So if you have been interested in how I made my Swamp Witch shawl, that is the stitch that I used. So I hope you have a great day.